No, they gave a stick. It's a vinyl sticker too. That's not just like, that's not a cheap sticker. That's an actual 2-layer vinyl sticker that you can put on just about anything. This is the QSC KS118, and this thing is an absolute beast. This is the predecessor to the QSC KW181. They are actually the same price. The retail value of the 181 was either $14.99 or just about $1,500. Same thing with this. The other cool part about this guy is it's twice the power of the KW181. So we actually have 2,000 watts RMS, and it claims a peak of 3,600 watts. That's nuts. That's actually nuts. I hope it delivers. I mean, and for $1,500, it should. So we've read all the reviews on it and stuff. Everyone raves about it. So we're really, really curious to see just how loud, how deep, and how clean this new QSC is. We're just gonna open it up. We're gonna see what's included and get right to it. Look at this packaging. Oh, I've seen foam inserts, but not literal cardboard inserts. That's a little over the top. Talk about extra cushioning. I mean, what is this, around 100 pounds? So you definitely need it. All right. Anyways, so we got it unboxed somewhat. We're gonna continue taking it off. We just wanted to note that it does come with a nice quick start guide. It even comes with a nice vinyl 2-layer sticker, which is always nice because everyone loves stickers. It's nice to rep your favorite brands and whatnot. So, whew, there it is. QSC, nice and clear. That's actually a really nice quality vinyl. A little tri-fold manual. So they give us all the inputs and outputs. Oh, what is this? Hold on. So one thing we wanted to note before we actually get this unwrapped and everything is you can do a somewhat push-pull setup. They call it cardioid or whatever you want to pronounce it. And basically what it does is, as Chaz just mentioned to me, it helps cut down on feedback from microphones. So if you are at a live venue and you're performing and you're using these, if you have way too much bass up on stage, and that's gonna cause some feedback loop issues, you can actually use another one of these to not only emphasize more bass forward, but then cut off anything behind it to prevent any kind of feedback. And just also to be courteous if you're using a venue that has another venue next to it. You know, this looks like $1,500. Like, this is the kind of like quality that I would almost expect out of like a hi-fi subwoofer or, you know, a home audio subwoofer. This is unreal. There's really not too many specs to go over with this thing other than its power rating, 2,000 RMS, 3,600 peak. You can adjust delay, which will deal with your phase. You can adjust frequency, crossover. It has a deep mode for extended bass response and things like that. And of course, it has the QSC app for full DSP control and correction. And so let's just get straight to it, because I know what you guys are waiting for, and we're waiting to find out ourselves, is what the hell is behind this grill. We're hoping we're gonna see something crazy. We're hoping to amplify it. We're just hoping for some serious wow factors. So let's see what we have here. Oh, holy sh! That's huge. That is one of the deepest 18-inch drivers I've ever seen. Just to give you an idea, all right, so here's my hand. It's still going, it's still going. Finally, I reached the bottom. That's like, that much. That's how deep the driver is, from there to there. That's just how deep the cone is, period.
Oh, dude, that's so nice.
Look at that thing, dude. Just look at it. It's got a triple roll surround, not double, triple roll surround. Oh my God. And look at the port on the bottom. Like, that's like a, what is that? Is that a slot? Oh my God. Oh, it's a horn. It's a horn. This thing's in a horn enclosure. Holy crap. This port is completely different. It's not a bass reflex port like the KW181 had. This is actually a folded horn. It goes in, it ramps up. I can't really talk too much about horns because there's a lot to them that I really don't know about. I do know this is a folded horn enclosure, which is surprising because they don't even advertise that anywhere on this box. So what that basically means is we're gonna get a lot more output for a lot less power. I'm very curious to find out. We gotta play this thing. I'm tired of waiting. We gotta hear it. So now we're gonna throw some bunch of different songs at this thing and see how it does with low bass. Let's get to it. Dude, you're dimming lights over here. All right, so as you guys can clearly tell, this thing is over the top. Like, Chaz and I have heard a lot of different subwoofers. Chaz is even an extreme car audio fanatic, and he's heard some crazy setups. This thing is so loud and so clean. It's actually, I want to keep this thing, even though Chaz is keeping it, but I'm actually blown away. I own a Dayton Audio Classic 18 and I use it for home theater duty, and I thought that was loud and clean and clear and deep. This thing destroys that times 10. Everything about it is great. How low it gets. This thing damn near gets close to 27, if I had to guess 25 hertz. And the sound pressure is ungodly. I mean, standing in this room, me and Chaz could feel every article of our clothing just absolutely going nuts. I mean, we had some things fall too, which we didn't get on camera, but enough of me talking, let's get to it. All right, so we're about to take out this subwoofer, and I can already tell you, it's hurting my fingers just trying to get this thing out. It's that heavy. Oh, wait till you see this thing. Oh my God. Oh, hello. Oh, freaking spades. Oh my God, dude. Look at this thing. You gotta feel this. This is like easily a 40, 50 pound subwoofer. So what we got here is a behemoth of an 18. You got an actual heat sink here for the former. You have a flat spider. Doesn't look like anything too crazy about the spider. They put huge gobs of hot glue where the tinsel leads go into the actual cone. That looks like an RCF driver. So as you guys can clearly see, this is no joke. Again, I'm impressed. Hands down, definitely worth 1,500 bucks. I mean, even the cabinet's well braced. Oh, that's some frickin' movement. Oh! Jeez. Oh my Lord. Dude, this thing's a beast. That's like 2 inches of excursion. Okay. Before my arm falls off, Jesus. So we're gonna play one more test track of the subwoofer in the box this time. What you just saw was us free air it to Decaf White Clouds. We are very curious to see how it plays that song actually in the box. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh my God, it's actually hitting that low. Dude, you're dimming lights over here. Voila, the amplifier. I don't know what I'm looking at. So our final thoughts on the KS118 is that this thing is absolutely bonkers. Like the frequency response, the power, how clean it is amazing. A lot of the subwoofers we review, especially with PA subwoofers, they all kind of sound muddy when you start to get down to like 35 hertz, 30 hertz, 25 hertz. You can just hear the DSP canceling them out. This thing sings. This thing will do 30 hertz, no problem at all. It's incredible. So again, $1,500 gets you literally everything. I give this thing a 10 out of 10 rating. It has impressed us in every manner possible. Sure, it won't go down to like 15 or 10 hertz, but that's not what it's made for. I'm even impressed that it goes down to what it can do. And on top of that, the included caster wheels, the fact that you have full DSP, you have just an insane amount of power on demand. You can't go wrong. 1,500 bucks, you won't have an afterthought with this subwoofer. It is by far one of our favorites. Chaz is even keeping it, so we're not returning this thing. This thing's staying. It's got a home forever. So again, thanks for viewing, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to tune in next week. We should have something else crazy for you. And thanks again.